Grade 7 Mathematics Chapter 1 Integer Summary. Natural numbers. The numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are called natural numbers. Whole numbers. The numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are called whole numbers. Integers. The whole numbers and its negatives. The combination of whole numbers and its negatives are called integers. Next, 0. The number 0 is an integer which is neither positive nor negative. Means 0 is not positive nor negative. Next, modulus or absolute value. Modulus value or absolute value of an integer is always positive. For example, absolute value of 2 is 2. Absolute value of minus 2 also 2. That is the symbol for absolute value. Next, you can show the integers addition, subtraction and multiplication on the number line. That is the number line of integers. Next one, properties of addition of integers. First one, closure property. The sum of any two integers is again an integer. For example, if you add any two integers 3 and 5, you will get 8. That is also an integer. If you add another two integers 2 and minus 4, you will get minus 2. That is also an integer. Next, commutative property. If a and b are any two integers, then a plus b equal to b plus a. Means you can change the order of numbers in addition. Next, associative property. If a, b, c are any three integers, then a plus b half plus c equal to a plus half b plus c. So, we can say that integers follows closure property, commutative property, associative property on addition. You can give examples of the three properties also. Next, existence of additive identity. See, if we add 0 to any integer, you will get again the same number, same integer. So, we can say that 0 is an additive identity of integers. Next one, additive inverse. If we add any number, for example, if we take 2, if we add minus 2 to that number, you will get 0. Then minus 2 is called additive inverse of 2. So, minus a is additive inverse of a. Okay. Additive inverse you can use in subtraction of integers. If you want to add two integers, you have to follow three rules. If you add two positive integers, you will add them and keep plus sign. If you want to add one positive and one negative, you have to subtract and keep big number sign to that answer. If you want to add two negative integers, you have to add them and give minus sign to that answer. Next one, properties of subtraction of integers. If we subtract any two integers, again you will get an integer. For example, if you subtract 5 minus 3, you will get 2. 2 also an integer. So, we can say that integers follows closure property over addition. But integers does not follow commutative and associative property. We can say that integers are not commutative nor associative. Okay, you can give the example. See, a minus b not equal to b minus a. You can take a as 3 minus 3, b as 5. If you subtract, you will get minus 8. If you subtract 5 and minus 3, you won't get 8. So, we can say that integers are not commutative. For that example, you can also prove integers are not associative. A minus b half minus c not equal to a minus half b minus c. So, integers does not follow commutative and associative. Next one, properties of multiplication of integers. First, I will explain. While multiplication of integers, you have to follow two rules. if we multiply two negative integers, you will get positive. Means minus into minus plus. If you want to multiply one negative and one positive, you will get minus sign. You will get minus sign. Means minus into plus, minus. Plus into minus also minus. Now I am explaining about properties of multiplication of integers. First one, closure property. The product of any two integers is again an integer. For example, if you take minus 2 and 4, if you multiply, you will get minus 8. Minus 8 is also an integer. Next, commutative property. If a and b are any two integers, then a into b equal to b into a. For example, 3 and minus 7 are two integers. 3 into minus 7 equal to minus 21. That equal to minus 7 into 3. Next, associative. If a, b, c are any three integers, then a into b half into c equal to a into half b into c. For integers 2, minus 3 and minus 4, we have 2 into half minus 3 into half minus 4 equal to minus 6 into half minus 4 equal to 24. So, if we multiply in that way, a into b half into c, you will get a into half b into c. Next one, so we can say that here integers follows closure property, commutative property and associative property over multiplication. Next, distributive property. This is important property of multiplication of integers. We will use this distributive law while doing sums. If a, b, c are any three integers, a into half b plus c equal to a into b half plus a into c. Means in bracket b and c is there, bracket before a is there. You have to multiply a with b and a plus with a and c. Next one, multiplicative identity. If a is an integer, then a into 1 equal to a, that equal to 1 into a. 1 is known as multiplicative identity of a. If you add any integer with 1, you will get the same integer. So, 1 is called multiplicative identity. Property of 0. If you multiply any number with 0, you will get 0. Next one, properties of division of integers. Closure property does not hold on division. For example, if a and b are two integers, a divided by is not an integer. If you take 7 and 3, 7 divided by 3, you will get decimal number. So, that is not an integer. Next, division of integers does not follow commutative and associative also. So, integers does not follow closure property, commutative property and associative property of integers. Next, while doing subtraction of integers, you have to follow some rules. For example, 6 minus 3. 6 first number keep as it is. That minus in the middle minus will become plus. Second number additive inverse you have to take. Now it came into addition. So you have to do that sum as like addition. What you will follow in addition, same way you have to do in subtraction also. You have to follow first number as it is, that middle minus will become plus, second number additive inverse you have to take. Then it came into addition. As usual you have to do. Next one, you know about mathematical expression. See, for example, 5 plus 7 plus 3, 6 plus 10, 28. If you will get in that expression only one fundamental operation, that is plus, you can do easily. Next one, 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. If you multiply, you will get 120. That is also one mathematical expression. In that only one fundamental operation into they have given. You can do easily. if the expressions having more fundamental operations, for example, see down they have given 24 divided by 6 into 2. In that expression, division is there, multiplication is there. First what you have to do, then you will get doubt and you will get wrong results. Okay, like that situations you have to use BODMAS rule. BODMAS means B for brackets, O for of, D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, S for subtraction. See, while using BODMAS, there are 4 types of brackets are there. First one, vinculum or bar. Second one, round brackets or parenthesis. Third one, curly brackets or braces. Fourth one, square or box brackets. Okay, while solving the sum, first you have to solve vinculum or bar down numbers. Next you have to simplify small brackets. Next curly brackets. Next square brackets. Like that rules you have to follow while doing the sum with more fundamental operations. Thank you.